Our topic will be about for the naming of alkanes. Alkenes are hydrocarbons having at least one double bond. So the simplest member of the alkene family is ethene or ethylene, a plant hormone that induces fruit ripening. So we have the following rules that will be helpful in naming an alkene. So for the first rule is select the parent chain, the closest or the longest continuous carbon chain containing the carbon-carbon double bond. So here in the example, our longest continuous chain is this one. For the step 2, number the carbon atoms of the parent chain starting at the end closer to the double bond. So the double bond is located here. So we're going to start numbering the carbon from this end. So this will be number 1, number 2, and number 3 carbon. Next, for the step 3, name the parent chain indicating the lower number of the carbon atom containing the double bond. Okay, saan ba nakakabit yung double bond? Ito. So, nakakabit siya kay number 1. So, number 1 siya, but we are not indicating number 1 in the name. So, ang magiging name ng ating parent chain, dahil meron tayong 1, 2, 3, is, okay, so let us name our parent chain. We have 3 carbons, so the name will be propane. But since we have a double bond and it is an alkene, we're going to change ANE to ENE. So, the name will be propene. Diba sabi, kailangan daw naka-indicate kung saan nakalagay ang double bond. So, nakakabit ang ating double bond sa first carbon. So, it will be 1 propene. But since hindi na natin ikakabit yung number 1, so the name will only be propene. So, for the step number 4, we have to name the substituents connected to the carbon chain. But since we don't have the substituents, the name will only be propene. Okay, so we have here for the next example, this structure. So, again, for step 1, we need to select the parent chain, the longest continuous carbon chain containing the carbon-carbon double bond. So, our longest chain here is this one. Okay, then step number 2, number the carbon atoms of the parent chain starting at the end closer to the double bond. So, where is our double bond? So, our double bond is here. So, the closest carbon atom is from the right. So, we're going to number the carbon atoms from the right because it is closest to the double bond. So, this is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, we have the parent chain which has 8 carbons. Next, number 3 is name the parent chain indicating the lower number of the carbon atom containing the double bond. Okay, so what is our longest chain? Our longest chain, we have 8 carbons, meaning it is octane. But since it is a double bond, we need to change the suffix ANE into ENE. So, it will become octane. And then, at what carbon number is the double bond attached? So, it is closest to number 2. So, the double bond is attached to the carbon number 2. We're going to name it as 2-octane. Next, for the next step, we have here, name the substituents the same way the substituents in an alkane are named. So, what are the substituents that we can see here? So, for the first substituent, we have here connected to carbon number 5. The substituent connected to carbon number 5 is ethyl. So, we have here 5-ethyl. Next is we have substituents that are connected to the 7th carbon. So we have here methyl. So we have 2 methyl there that is connected to the 7th carbon. So the name will be 7, 7. Since we have 2 methyl, we're going to name it as dimethyl. Okay. So there we have now the names for the substituents. Now we're going to have the naming in alphabetical order. Okay, so sinong mauuna? Yung letter D or yung letter E? Siyempre, mauuna yung letter D. So, we're going to have 7, 7, dimethyl, then 5, ethyl, and then our parent chain, which is 2, octene. So, the name will be 7,7 dimethyl 5-ethyl 2-octene.